Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus, and we are here yet again talking about Legion. We have a date for pre-patch drop earlier than I expected, about a week or two. I'll say a week earlier than I expected. I was expecting PvP season to end on the 19th, pre-patch to drop the week after that, but nope, we're getting it all same week. They're just throwing it out there. Pre-patch drops the 19th. Craziness, absolute craziness. My chair's being all weird on me here. I gotta fix it. This arms like to slide down on me. My dog's also in the background because that's cute. Yeah, so big stuff. Of course, obviously changes to a lot of stuff, classes and abilities. The new stat interface. Of course, we're getting content slowly released in a series of waves. First, we're gonna get Demon Invasions, and then we'll probably get the Broken Shore released to us, or maybe we'll get Demon Hunters and Broken Shore. Not quite sure which, but we'll have all those released to us steadily and slowly throughout the pre-patch. However, there are some things that we get immediately, and there are some things that are being taken away, or that will be more difficult to obtain and complete once the pre-patch is done. So what I'm hoping to do is give you guys a quick little video here with some Shadow Priest PvP going on here from the 7.0 PTR. Do forgive me, as it is absolutely abysmal, but it is a lot of fun. So again, no top tier plays here, just having a good old time. So let's go ahead and get right in. First and foremost, let's talk about what's coming immediately to the Legion pre-patch. A lot of this we have talked about before in a previous video, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of, so I will try not to spend too much time talking about it. Of course, we have the new interface changes with no zoom out. Of course, the new character stat screen as well, where we're getting a simplified version of it. All of our stats, so we don't see all the stats we don't really need to see. New talents, new abilities, or the abilities that will be, of course, removed. The PvP talent trees will be in-game, but I do not believe we will have access to them until level 110, so you'll be able to at least take a look at those. Honor and Conquest, of course, being removed. So now strong boxes are going to be dropping those marks of honor, which you can get your old school PvP gear with. New transmog system, which allows you to transmog. Of course, the new interface for all of that, but adding all of your transmogs into one interface, so you no longer have to have bags and bags and bags and boxes and banks and void storages full of gear. I cannot wait to sell so much of that crap. Yeah, so that's all coming in, allowing you to transmog shirts and tabards, all of your gear. Remove shoulders from your character if you're into that thing. My big thing with sets is always the shoulders, so that seems like a silly option to me. But I'm imagining that rogues, monks, and probably a lot of casters are gonna love it. I know a couple of my friends at least already are looking forward to not having shoulders on their rogue. So there's that. That's all coming into play. Now let's talk about some things that are going away, though. Two of the most important ones that I can think of are, of course, challenge modes. Warlords of Draenor challenge modes, which upon completion of gold rank for all of them, you unlock your weapon transmogs and the title, and for silver rank you get the Challenger's War Yeti. Three very lucrative and very cool types of rewards. I love the title, obviously I love my weapons, and of course the mounts are always cool too. But those are all going away once pre-patch hits, so you have until Tuesday, my friends. If you've been chugging along with those at friends, might need to just call off sick to work, get your buddies together, get some snacks, and just power through it. Not that I'm advising anybody to call off work, because that's irresponsible. But make sure you're bunkering down and getting those done if you need to. Sorry, my dog is in the back chewing on stuff, and I need to make sure she's not killing herself. You're too cute. You're too cute, puppy. Also, of course, if you are paying for challenge modes, do keep in mind you're probably going to be paying a premium, because it is the last rush hour for these things to be done. So if that's your jam, keep that in mind as well. Some things that are going to be more difficult to obtain once the pre-patch hits, and of course the closer we get to Legion, because people will simply not be doing the content. There is an achievement that requires you to be having Pepe on you, which is the little cute little bird thing that chills in your garrison. I believe it's called a strange interdimensional trip. It's been requires you to have Pepe on you during, I believe, all of the 5-man dungeons and boss kills, and of course the raids. Now you can do that in LFR, but of course once that is done with, there's going to be less and less people queuing for those dungeons and raids. So if you want to get that achievement now, I would recommend it. Obviously you can go back and do it with friends later, but it might take a little bit while. It might be a little bit of a drag. So keep that in mind. What else is going away that we need to talk about? Brawlers Guild. Don't forget about the Brawlers Guild, my friends. If you are into the Brawlers Guild and I'd like to be investing time in it, I personally never really found time for it, so it's never been a priority for me. But the Brawlers Guild is going on hiatus for a time being once the pre-patch hits. Or sorry, I should say once Legion hits. So I believe you do have through the pre-patch, though. I'm not really seeing anything that says one way or the other. The implication I'm getting is once Legion hits. So there's that. Do keep that in mind. But you'll definitely want to be double checking that for yourself if you're into the Brawlers Guild. And chances are, if you're into the Brawlers Guild, you already know about it anyways. And then, of course, one last thing that is going away, or should I say a few things that are going away, is the Bind On account or heirloom trinkets that drop from Mythic 5-man Warlords of Draenor dungeons. Once the pre-patch hits, those will no longer be obtainable. So do make sure you guys get those. I was reading a lot of people are saying they have one more to get, and it is pissing them off. So good luck to you if you're hunting those down. Do keep in mind that the Moose Mount, the Reigns of the Grove Warden, does not go away at pre-patch. It goes away once Legion drops. So you have until the 30th to obtain that. And then the same thing goes with the Ironhoof Destroyer off of Mythic Blackhand and the Fellsteel Annihilator off of Mythic Archimonde. Both of those currently are guaranteed drops. Once Legion hits, those will go down to a 1% drop. So that's your jam, and that's what you're after. Make sure you're able to get those in by Tuesday. Huge stuff, huge changes. So once the pre-patch launches, what are we getting? Again, we talked about the transmog systems coming in. We're also getting eventually demon invasions. The Legion invasions are going to be all throughout Azeroth. I believe specifically Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms. And they will be spawning. And I believe the implication I was given was that they would be growing in severity and frequency throughout the course of the pre-patch. But I was also under the impression that once the pre-patch is over, those will be done with. I hope that's not the case. That was the impression I was giving. Also, we will eventually be gaining access to the Broken Shore questline. And if you have Horde and Alliance 2s, I highly encourage you to be taking part in those on both sides. While the experience is fairly similar, the storyline itself is very, very different. And it is very, very cool to kind of get the big picture, understand where both factions are coming from as we go forward in this dire season, of course, of Warcraft's history as the Legion is returning. So I definitely look out for that. And of course, we'll have Demon Hunters released to us early for those that pre-purchase Legion. So there's that. A couple other things that are going away. Small stuff, but stuff to take mention of. The Warlords of Draenor digital rewards. Now, the items that you got for purchasing the digital deluxe version in Warlords of Draenor, or of Warlords of Draenor, I should say, are the Reigns of the Dread Raven and the Dread Hatchling. Those will no longer be obtainable to purchase from the store. They're $20, I think, a piece or something like that, or maybe they're both available for $20, like $20 for both of them. Don't really know. Haven't really looked because I personally don't actually care. But those are no longer going to be purchasable once pre-patch hits. Personally, I think they never should have been purchasable in the first place. In all honesty, if they were collector's edition stuff, they should have been exclusive to the collector's edition. But that's just where I kind of sit on the whole thing. Some other things that I just read up on real quick, and I thought it would be important to share with you guys as well, is once the expansion hits. Of course, this isn't pre-patch, but this is expansion. A lot of the old zone stuff turns into cross-realm zones. So, for example, all the Warlords of Draenor zones will turn into cross-realm zones, which might make it a little bit harder to hunt stuff down, like the Void Talon of the Dark Star, different stuff like that. Of course, using the Hunter Seeking Crystal to get to the Demon Lord, what's his face, Ximmercol or whatever his name is, something like that. We'll call him Artaxerxes. To get to Artaxerxes for all those achievements, all those kind of things like that. So keep that stuff in mind. So lots of cool changes, things going away, and I think it's important for things to go away once pre-patches and expansions hit, personally. I think it's good for the game. I think it adds a lot of rarity and value to the people that were able to accomplish those things. So yeah, like, for example, I like that we've seen Blizzard hold their stance down on not giving players who didn't complete Mr. Pandaria Challenge Mode gear access to that. Obviously, we're getting some variations of those through our order class hauls, but they look nothing it's not like you can mistake one for the other. They're similarly built upon the same base model more or less, but they look obviously different in grandeur and in color scheme. So I'm very happy about that. So in similar fashion, there's some things that are going away here with the pre-patch dropping and Legion dropping that we're not going to be able to get again, and I think that's very, very healthy for the game. Do keep in mind as well, during pre-patch and the closer we get to Legion, and especially the release of Demon Hunters, there is a lot of gold to be made, guys, if you're smart with your drops and your professions and all of the things. And I'm not going to start talking about how there are to make gold, because I'm not really a gold making expert, and the few secrets and tricks that I have I don't really want to talk about, because then I could be losing gold. Sorry, I'm a little selfish on that regard. But do keep in mind there is a lot of gold to be made if you're smart with it. One of the best tricks, honestly, in my opinion, for it is just saving up those crates you got from your salvage yard, and then of course you can use those and open them up, and either obviously you're going to be wanting to sell the mats that are going to be coming out of there, unless you're trying to leveling up some professions. And the green transmog gear that's going to be coming out of there, you can use it for yourself, which is of course always a bonus, because that'll save you a little bit of gold if you're trying to complete your transmog wardrobe collection, or you can sell it. And of course all the other things that you can sell, mounts, etc., etc. But if you're smart about it, there's a lot of good potentials for some gold to be made, which will only help you when you're getting into Legion. Usually once we get to the last 2 months, month or so of an expansion, and we get ready for another one come out, I go into I don't spend any gold mode. I'm just all about making gold, and that's literally just about all I do, unless friends hit me up and they want a PvP or they want to run old raids or things like that. But even in running old raids, there's gold to be made. So that's literally my entire focus right now is just gold making, gold making, gold making. I don't know why. And of course, we know since the PvP season is ending once pre-patch hits anyways, if you're going for any arena titles, do that. Of course, you've only got a couple days left. The Arena Master title is going away once the pre-patch hits, and this will be the last season it's available. We talked about that in a previous video, so I'm not going to elaborate on that too much. But if you're only a couple achievements shy from it, you got a few days left, good luck, good luck, good luck. And of course, anybody pushing for Glad or Rank 1 Gladiator, this season, of course, only a couple more days left, but you are well aware of that, and you don't need me to tell you that. Yeah, other than that, I really can't think of too much else to really, add, other than I'm looking forward to Legion. It'll be so nice to have some new content. It'll be so nice to have so many of the new changes and things coming in Legion. I'm very, very excited about it. As of right now, it looks like I will be playing my Warrior, Shadow Priest, because I got a lot of requests for casters of some sort. Nobody really asked for any specific caster, but people asked for a caster of sorts. So my first attempt will be with the Shadow Priest. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm either going to be playing a Demon Hunter or probably an Enhancement Shaman. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to see how much I enjoy Demon Hunters and how good I can get at them. So yeah, we'll find out. But those look like the 3 characters I'll be playing through Legion, so that's very, very exciting. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, not really a whole lot else to say. I hope you guys are looking forward to Legion. I hope you guys are ready for it. If you guys have any questions, need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would be more than happy to help you as much as I am able, working around, of course, real life, responsibilities, and things like that. Yeah, other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And, of course, let me know in the comment section what you were looking forward to most about Prepatch and Legion. As always, try to keep it constructive and positive. That's always my favorite comments. But, yeah, other than that, I'll catch you in Prepatch. I'll catch you in Legion. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.